Austin, Texas country, KOKE FM. Eric Rains, hanging out with Kevin, Uncle Lucius.
How you doing, buddy?
How are you, man?
I'm really good, man.
Are you?
Fantastic.
Last time we talked, we were on the mountain.
Yeah.
And just beautiful up there, and you guys were getting ready to put Uncle Lucius back together. And you've been in the studio a little bit. Now that the group's back together, just heard you guys sound checking. How does it feel to put it all back together, those two sold out shows at Green Hall and then back in studio?
It's a beautiful thing, man. I'm really beside myself. I hadn't been this excited since I was a kid, honestly.
Right.
Really. Because this is all, I think I mentioned it before, I didn't think this would happen. Things turned out well. It's like, we should get the band back together. And we all like each other still, so it feels good. And there's a lot of people coming to shows. There's some sold out shows. There's a buzz, if you will.
Right.
And it's fun, so.
Well, there was no bad blood with Uncle Lucius to start with. Y'all just kind of went out and did your own thing, and then all of a sudden, Yellowstone gives you a little bit of love, and Keep the Wolves Away goes platinum.
Yeah.
And then, don't know what you got till it's gone. I sensed that a lot of the Uncle Lucius fans started a little buzz before the band even got back together. But yeah, to sell out some shows and to feel the love from the fans has got to be a special feeling.
It definitely is, and it's also exciting as an artist to get the chance to push it even further than we did. Like towards the end, we were pushing a little further, I think, and we're all better.
Right.
Like I said, we're older and wiser too, and we're gonna work smarter, not harder.
What was it like getting back in the studio, the creative juices that were all out there? I mean, coming from all different directions and all the ideas. I mean, it's fresh and it's new, and then just heading back to the studio with some different ideas.
It is, and it's, for us, it was so comfortable because we're doing it at a place we've done a couple of projects before a few years ago. And so we know everybody really well, and we're comfortable in the space. And so it's turned out pretty amazing in my estimation so far.
How do you keep the energy together when you get back out on the road and that freshness and that vibe?
You know what? We'll see. We're about to really take a road trip next week.
Is it the first road trip
with the band? It's the first road trip. We're going to Tulsa and then Tyler for a couple of sold out nights. And so we're going to hit it.
I mean, to say sold out. I mean, you guys sold out many shows before, but some of these early shows selling out, the excitement of a band that people loved. And I think sometimes even for fans, I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan of Uncle Lucius, always have been. A fan of your voice, a fan of your whistle. We've talked about this.
Yeah, man.
But for fans out there to love your music and then, for it to get taken away and they go, all right, don't take advantage of that. Take advantage of them being back together and get out there and go check them out. That's got to be a blessing for both the artist and the fan on the other side.
Yeah, it feels good. You can feel that from the two big shows we've done so far. You can feel that energy. And that takes it to a whole new level, obviously.
Stepping up on the stage at Green Hall for those two sold out nights, that first song gets through and then you settle in. What was that like to see? Because you got to see a smile out there from everybody.
Oh yeah, I couldn't stop smiling the whole two nights. The greatest part of it for me was watching the other guys on stage.
Yeah.
Especially like our guitar player, Mike Carpenter. He's been doing electricity work this whole time. He hadn't been in other bands. Everyone else started playing with other bands. And to watch him back in his element, and then watch his kids who are older now seeing it really for the first time.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
They're like, whoa, this is Dad? Yeah, so there's also all kinds of good stuff coming from this.
And then you were doing, you never quit like you said, and you were doing solo stuff, and then you were enjoying what you were doing as well, to take the songs that you had written and what you learned in between, 5 years?
It was 5 years. Yeah.
And then to put that back on stage had to be incredible for you guys as well.
It was. In the beginning, went back in to play some of those old Uncle Lucius songs, and I'd start to play, and it just wasn't there because I had the other stuff on my mind.
Yeah.
It didn't take long. We got the rust off.
Yeah. And you've added an extra player now in the band?
We have. We've added a second guitar player, Doug Strahan. Has a great band here in town, plays with a bunch of projects. He was on the road with Melissa Carper recently, but he's in the band now. And we added a new bass player, and just a bunch of pros, man. It's kind of cool to be around these pros, and I'm still learning. And just, holding on their coattails.
Man, we're glad you're back. We're here in Buda for the big birthday, the bash, and a great afternoon. It looks like the weather's going to treat us great. So, I did not get to see Green Hall. Cannot wait to stand on the stage tonight and introduce you guys back together as Uncle Lucius.
Yeah, man.
Congratulations putting it all back together. You mentioned new music.
Oh, yeah.
When is that? I know you're in studio right now.
Yeah, in the studio before the end of the year.
Right.
I'll give you that.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
We will sell no wine before it's time.
That's it.
That's an old reference for, was it Bartles and James or something?
Oh, that's right, it was. We kind of like Bartles and James sitting here, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
It's
We had a
rocking
Zima.
chairs.
Love you, man.
You too,
Thanks
Eric.
for all the
brother.
kindness.
Indeed.
Kevin from Uncle Lucius about to take the stage. We're here live. Buda, the 142nd birthday. Look for Uncle Lucius out on the road, right here with Austin's KOKE FM.